The girl was enjoying a peaceful nap by the beautiful lake. However, her thoughts soon turned to the problems that were troubling her. She was worried that going back home would only make things worse. Unfortunately, she couldn't find a solution to her problems, which left her feeling sad and hopeless.
Oh, the sunset has passed. I'm sure when I get home, my mom and dad will scold me.
The girl said to herself with a sad voice.
I wish I didn't have to go home and could always stay here.
However, there wasn't much time left until nightfall, and the girl decided to spend some time listening to the sound of the lake and the rustling of the leaves instead of thinking about her problems. She got up from her spot and walked slowly beside the lake. She took a deep breath and looked at the beauty around her. The girl felt that she should quickly head back home, so she started walking towards her house. As soon as she entered the house, she was surprised to find it dark. She called out for her parents, but she didn't receive any response. The girl was searching for her parents in the house, but it was empty. She desperately searched for them, but no one was there. Everything was strange. There was no sign of life. The living room table had no traces of eating, the beds had no coverings, and the windows were covered in dust and dirt. There was no sign of life. The girl became more and more worried every second, wondering what had happened to her parents. Had they left the house, or had something happened to them? The best idea that came to her mind was to go out and look for her family. She took a lantern with her and headed towards the lake. The girl walked towards the lake in the darkness of the night. The strong wind was blowing, and the sound of the lake waves could be heard in the distance. The girl reached the lake, but there was still no sign of her family. After a while, the girl returned to the house and carefully examined it again. Still, there was no sign of her parents. The girl fell asleep out of exhaustion, and hours passed, but there was no sign of her family. It was still dark outside, and the trees were swaying in the wind. She looked around with fearful eyes and said to herself,
Why is it still dark outside?
She heard a sound from outside the house. She thought it might be her mom and dad who had returned home, but it was still dark outside, which was a bit strange to her. The girl decided to go outside and see what was happening. Her first move was to turn on the lantern so she could see the way. After walking around the house, she didn't see anyone. Then she heard a rustling sound coming from the forest. This time, the girl was sure it wasn't her mom and dad. She moved towards the forest with fear. With every step she took, the air became darker and darker. After walking for a while in the forest, she heard a crow's voice. The crow said to her in a mocking tone,
A lost child has been found. Hey, are you looking for your family?
Girl was surprised by the talking crow at first, answers very hesitantly.
Yes.
The crow says,
I saw them.
The girl asks eagerly.
Really? Do you know where my mom and dad are?
The crow responds in a mischievous tone.
Yes, I do. Oh, do you want me to take you to your family?
The girl quickly says yes, and the crow says,
Then follow me, lost child.
The girl follows the crow, and after a while her lantern goes out. She is walking in complete darkness and can't even see the crow anymore.
Wait.
What is that sound?
Don't go.
The sound comes again.
Stay calm and listen to my voice.
Who are you? Why don't you show yourself to me?
It doesn't matter who I am. If you go any further into the darkness, you will never be able to return to your family.
But the crow knows where my mom and dad are. I have to follow it.
You're wrong. You are the lost child, not your family. The crow is lying to you to make you lose your way. It's a part of the darkness here. No one can help you. You have to find the way out yourself.
The girl was shocked, but then the strange, radiant feather in her hand caught her attention.
Keep this feather with you. You must not lose it under any circumstances. This feather will help you not to get lost in the darkness, and I hope you can find your way out, lost child.